Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa & Associates. For a consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, and your presenter with this week's immigration news. U.S. immigrant population declines for first time since the 1960s, marking a historic demographic shift. In a development with profound demographic and economic implications, the United States immigrant population has declined for the first time in over half a century, according to the latest analysis from Pew Research Center. As of June 2025, the foreign-born population stood at 51.9 million, down 2.6% from its historic peak of 53.3 million in January 2025, a reduction of approximately 1.4 million individuals. This represents the first meaningful contraction in immigrant numbers since the 1960s. Factors contributing to the decline. Several dynamics appear to be at play. Policy shifts initiated in mid-2024, including tightened asylum rules, have made crossings more difficult and enforcement stricter. Both removals and voluntary departures increased, particularly among unauthorized immigrants. A significant drop in survey participation among immigrant populations may have temporarily skewed the data. Trends in unauthorized immigration. Notably, the unauthorized immigrant population reached a record high of 14 million in 2023, fueled in part by temporary protections such as parole and asylum programs. As of mid-2025, that population likely began to contract due to intensified enforcement and rescinded protections, economic and labor market implications. Economists warn that this decline in the foreign-born workforce, estimated to have dropped by over 1 million since March 2025, could amplify labor shortages in critical industries, including agriculture, construction, and hospitality. Some studies suggest the U.S. may even experience negative net immigration in 2025, the first such occurrence in over 50 years. Consequences may include dampened economic growth, higher inflation, and added pressure on fiscal frameworks such as Social Security due to reduced contributions. Cautionary notes from demographers. Pew researchers and demographers caution that the observed decline may partly reflect data limitations, particularly lower response rates by immigrants in surveys, rather than a pure demographic reduction. The recent decline in the U.S. immigrant population, following decades of consistent growth, marks a decisive shift in America's demographic trajectory. Rooted in policy enforcement, economic pressures, and possible survey distortions, this trend carries weighty consequences for the labor market, economic stability, and the social fabric. As data collection improves and policies evolve, the full scope of this transformation will become clearer. But for now, this shift is both historic and consequential.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa & Associates. For a consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.